Welcome to the Kevin Dunn Show, and as always, we are so excited that you've taken your time out to join us. I have another special show on tap for you today. We're going to be talking with a barber, who's David Simpson from Northside Barbershop, and we're going to be discussing, is being a barber still considered a respectable profession? When we come back from the commercial break, we're going to be finding out more about David Simpson and how he actually impacts the community, being a barber and being a person that someone can talk to or listen to. More of David Simpson when we come back from the commercial break.
At Charter Bank, you get totally free checking with online statements. You betcha. Free mobile banking, free online banking, free online bill pay, free debit card, even a new account gift. Free. At Charter Bank, we're here to wow you. And totally free checking is just the beginning. Come see us or open online at charterbank.net. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We interrupt our regular scheduled programming for breaking news. We are outside of a local restaurant here where people are trying to get their way in. Miss, can you guys come here and tell us what's actually going on today?
Sure. I'm hungry. I'm trying to get in Mama Sherry's. I've been thinking about what I want all night and all day, so this is the best food in town. And so I and everyone else is trying to get in.
And what about you?
Trying to get in Mama Sherry's to get something to eat.
Well, there you have it. They're trying to get into Mama Sherry's to get something to eat. At Mama Sherry's, they want you to feel the love and warmth as they offer all of the favorite foods your mom and grandmother served you growing up. In this day and time, good food consisting of fresh meat and vegetables are hard to come by for a reasonable price. Mama Sherry's all-you-can-eat buffet has over 70 items that gives you and your family a variety where everyone will leave satisfied. They have the friendliest service on staff, just like the good old days you spent at Grandma's house. Come to Mama Sherry's, where the love and taste of great food go hand in hand. Welcome back to the Kevin Dunn Show, where we have David Simpson. How are you doing today, man?
Great, my man. How you doing?
So how did you get time off to come in here and interview with us? Because I know you're so busy at the barbershop.
Well, Mondays is our day off, so Monday you sort of handle all your business, everything you got to do, everything you want to do. You try to do it on Mondays. You also have Sundays off, but Sunday and Monday my day. So
you do have off days.
Right.
You don't
Sunday
cut.
and Monday.
David is actually my barber. He actually makes my left side perpendicular to my right side with all the straight edges and whatnot. Gonna go ahead and get right involved with the interview. One of the questions, David, is being a barber still considered a respectable profession in this day and time?
Yes, sir, Kevin. Being a barber is like a gift from God. You get to work with your hands. The people are incredible. You love the people, so it's a respectable occupation. At the same time, I think along the way, somewhere down the line, people then lost respect for the craft itself. But I think it's more respectable amongst the other barbers, other beauticians. You have pay homage to Jackson, Hollis, Jackson down in West Point. Porter Carter, those who came before us, along with Craig Davis, myself, the barbers that been in there years, that understand exactly what the craft is, what you done, what you do on a day-to-day basis, beauticians and all, people, we respect it among ourselves, I believe, more than for, say, people that come in to us, our customers. And I have great clientele. But sometimes the clientele don't understand what you really have to do. Or what's involved in being a barber or slash beautician. So you sort of, you sort of, whatever in you bring out. You bring out it, and you sharing it with the people. And it doesn't only just require the hair that they come in for. It's in everyday life.
Everyday life.
So.
Now let me ask you a question. With a lot of the young kids' hair that you cut, are you hearing any of the kids saying, "Well, Mr. David, when I grow up, I want to be a barber"?
Oh, yeah.
Are you hearing that?
Oh yeah, you hearing that?
That's good.
Actually, you would be surprised how many kids come in and they didn't watch you.
Okay.
And now they want to cut their own hair.
Okay. So that ain't good for you.
Nah, that ain't good for me. But
right.
I had to go back and fix what they done messed up. So,
All right.
You get kids, they watching you. Never know who's watching. You know?
Right.
So
right.
they respecting the craft in that way.
Exactly.
So they come in, they didn't try to cut on their hair. They just see you cutting hair, so they think it's easy.
Right.
And,
right.
So they come in, and next thing you know, they got a gap in their head.
Man, that's funny. That's funny. And David, how long have you been cutting hair?
I've been cutting hair 19 years.
19 years.
19 years. Next year will be my 20th year. Mm-hmm. So I've been in the game a little longer.
A little longer.
Yeah.
19. Now, how did you get your start? What made you want to be a barber?
Actually, Kevin, I'll tell you no lie. Mm-hmm. When I graduated from high school back in '93, no idea what I wanted to do.
Okay.
No idea whatsoever. Thank God for my father.
Right.
A good man, Pastor Ruben Simpson. True Word, Praise and Worship, Wales Crossroad.
All right.
He pushed me.
That's good.
He pushed me.
Good.
He didn't let me get comfortable with just graduating and saying, you're going to be at home. It's all right for you to stay at home. He was like, you got to find you something to do.
Right.
So, but talking with Craig, Craig was my high school barber. Talking to him, it's just something about him that stuck with me. He stuck with me. His words he was saying, I try that.
Okay.
Couldn't cut hair a lick. So I went to school down in Columbus, Southeastern Beauty and Barber School.
All right.
Graduated from there, and I've been doing it ever since.
Been doing it ever since. Now, that goes to my next question. Now, have you messed up a lot of heads in the early years?
Early years, and I still mess up heads.
After 19 years?
I
don't believe that. Go ahead.
It's a practice.
It's a practice.
It's a practice, just like you would have a doctor.
Right.
Mess up every day.
Good observation. Good point.
I think you can't let yourself get complacent.
Okay.
You're always looking to do better. The thing is, when I started off, it was slow.
Right.
So I grew with my clientele.
Grew with your clientele.
I didn't have a big clientele, so I started small, and as I grew in my cutting and my skills, it grew with me. Okay. So did I mess up something? Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, did I mess up something? Yeah, but because they were growing with me, they hung in there with me.
Okay.
We got them right now.
You got them right. So none of your clientele has ever really given you a hard time?
No, nah.
Okay. Now you say you've been cutting 19 years. Now, if you mess up somebody now, which I didn't think you said that, but is your client, will your client be more understanding with you doing that now?
Well, it's not, when I say mess up,
okay.
It's not.
Elaborate on that.
Okay. I'm saying to me, because I'm looking for a perfect haircut.
Okay.
And there's no such thing as a perfect haircut.
Wow.
But I'm looking for a perfect haircut.
You're looking for a perfect haircut.
So when I say mess up, I'm not saying literally that I messed someone up, but I'm not up to the standard that I have set for myself. So I'm always steady looking to get better.
That's good.
And perform better.
That's good. Even after 19 years.
After 19 years.
You're still trying to get better.
Still trying to get better.
Wow. Now, David, I want to ask you this. Just say you come in, you're having a bad day. You have a lot of things on your mind. Things not really going good for you at the time.
Yes,
how do you make sure that your attitude and your emotions does not affect the person's hair that you're cutting?
Well, Kev, you learn that as you go with time. Probably in the early years, you can decipher the two. Because you were young in the business, you didn't understand the business. But as you grow into the business, you learn that you have to separate the two. Business is business, personal is personal.
Right.
You try to leave everything that you have to deal with outside. Because really, you have to have your mindset on the person that's in your chair.
Right.
And that's their time. The person that's in your chair, they feel like this is one time I get to unload. So they sometimes they want to hear about your stuff.
Right.
But most times they want to tell you about their stuff.
Exactly.
So it's not that it's no problem. That's no issue whatsoever.
There's no issue. That's good. That's good.
It's easy now just to come in. No matter what I got going on, I can look past it, and I deal with that when I get off.
Deal with it when you get off.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, do you ever, now even after 19 years, do you ever get nervous cutting anyone's hair, lining anyone up?
There's not nervous per se. Only thing about someone new coming in,
Okay.
is that you would have, because they're a new client,
Right.
and as I stated earlier, is you trying your best.
Right.
So when a new person come in, you're looking to trying to visualize
Okay.
what this person looks like,
All right.
or what this person been looking like. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to bring them up to par, bring them to what you visualizing, and you want them to be happy.
You want to be happy.
You want the customer happy. So you trying your best to, hey, let me see. I'm checking out his line. I'm checking out his hair, how high it is, how low it is, just to make sure that when I do what I do, because he might not come back because he's not my client. That may be the only person I'm nervous with.
Okay.
Now, I'm not nervous about my clients.
Okay.
But
New
this
clients.
Speaking of new clients, so you like, I'm trying to make sure he's good enough so he can be my client. So,
Right.
or that if he go back to his barber, he say, man, that guy showed it. He hooked me up.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
Nervousness, nah.
Okay. That's good.
I know.
That's good. Now, well, David, all the different shapes, sizes, and heads.
Oh,
I mean, and I know you see all of
Yes.
it. How do you? What helps you to know? I know you visualize, but what helps you to know how to cut someone's head with all the different shapes and sizes?
It becomes a natural instinct.
Okay. Okay.
After, let's say, almost 20 years cutting, it becomes almost natural that you really cutting to the form of the head.
Okay.
You're really not making anything new. The safe thing is to go with what they got.
Okay. Go with the guy.
So really, that's the easiest thing to it. Is just go with what they already have, and you just go with it.
See, that's hard for me to fathom because I don't
Right.
cut hair,
Exactly.
so it looks a whole lot large to me and difficult to accomplish. Now let me ask you this: if there were two people's hair that you could cut in the world, any two people in the world, who would those two people be?
First of all, I would love to do Obama
Okay.
because he would represent where we are.
Okay.
He represents where you can come from.
Okay.
See, I would love to say Martin Luther King or
Okay.
Mandela or something like that, but they're not here.
Right. Okay.
So Barack would be one, and I think most barbers would agree that you would have to, from dealing with what we deal with the conversations that we get every day, it's very rare that you would get someone of that caliber as the president to come and sit in your chair,
Right.
and be able to get knowledge from him. See, we don't receive knowledge from those kinds of people on a daily basis. So Barack would be definitely number one. Jay-Z / Beyonce. He have to bring it. And he would be one also to represent where, and it would be a good thing for, like say, because the shop is full of diverse people.
Okay. Okay.
For kids to come in to see how, and he's like one of the biggest icons right now for us, young males.
Okay.
And we would like to see and hear what he would have to say.
I got you. All right.
Coming from a whole different perspective than Barack.
Okay. Yeah, because it would be totally two different areas.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you so much, David. We're going to have to pause and take a quick commercial break. When we come back from the commercial break, we're going to be finding out if David Simpson was not a barber, what would he be doing? And also we're going to be finding out more ways that a barber impacts the community when we come back from the commercial break. What are you doing for lunch today?
Man, I don't know. I was thinking about some wings.
Well, I know where we are going. DJ's. DJ's has bone-in wings, hot or mild, lemon pepper, barbecue, and you gotta try the sweet and spicy.
And DJ's also has boneless wings.
They've got delicious fish and steak sandwiches.
And their salads are big enough to even fill me up.
And top it off with a fruit and ice frozen drink.
Man, I'm hungry.
We're headed to DJ's.
Life in the country is a conscious choice. And with that choice comes hard work, attention to detail, and investing in the right tools to keep your home or farm at its best. So why choose anything but the very best zero turns on the market today? Exmark. Known for their durability, precision cut, and time-saving performance, Exmarks are the preferred brand of mowing equipment for the landscape professional and people like you who take pride in their lawn. For special pricing incentives, visit exmark.com or your local dealer.
Welcome back to the Kevin Dunn Show, and once again, we're so excited that you're taking the time out to watch us. We have David Simpson, who's a barber from the Northside Barbershop here in LaGrange, Georgia, in the Thomastown community. Now, Dave, tell the people that if you were not cutting hair right now, what would you be doing, man?
Kev, now that is $1 million question.
$1 million.
Because I'm so appreciative, like I say, of my customers and the people that are surrounding, and the conversation, the people as a whole, that you don't put your mind on doing other things.
Okay.
I have thought of other things, but it still would be dealing with people.
Okay, people. You're a people person.
Because I didn't develop a love for people, people growth, life itself.
Right.
And seeing people life elevate.
Right. Interesting.
So that right there, I would love to be in an area. If it wasn't barbering, not saying that I won't I won't move to something else.
Right.
But barbering right now it fulfills what I'm seeing right now. But I know there are greater things ahead.
Right.
But it would be dealing with people.
Dealing with people.
And getting my opportunity and just sharing my experiences of 20 years, almost 20 years of doing what I'm doing, sharing things that I heard from other people.
Right.
Sharing it with them.
Right.
So just seeing people life and being able to help people, it does a lot for me.
Does a lot for you. That's great.
Right.
What are 3 traits that a barber must have to impact his community?
Ooh, 3 traits. I would say ambitious, one.
Okay.
He would have to be ambitious, compassionate.
Okay.
For his community, compassionate for his community, / compassionate. Compassionate and passionate for his community. And the third one is the humbleness that he can exhibit for his community.
Okay.
So those 3 are really, I feel, the good traits, especially the humbleness is probably the greatest of them all.
Right.
Because you will have to, with dealing with people, you have to find yourself listening to them, being able to relate to them, see where they're coming from, and at the same time, because you growing too.
Right.
So people are looking up to you. So you want to be that humble, that humbleness they feed off of, they can come to you.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Okay, that's very interesting. Now, are those traits that a barber must have if he is not a good barber?
If you're not a good barber, you might need to find another profession.
So there's no such thing as not being a good barber.
Well,
and you got to be a good barber.
You don't have to be a good barber. It helps you to be a good barber.
Okay.
Because one thing about it, I'm not the best barber.
Okay. That's interesting you say that.
I'm not the best barber. I feel that it's really overrated when you say, because you have people saying this is the best person in town, that's the best person proud. But only thing you giving is you giving your opinion based on what he does for you.
Okay.
Now, long as I do you right, you feel I'm the best.
Right.
But I have, not saying I don't know what I'm doing, but I pretty much feel that I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
But I have seen guys outside the shop, and I was like, who cut your hair? Okay. They don't know what I'm asking, but I'm asking because they really, to me, they messed up. Okay. But to that person, they feel that barber is the best one because he's doing it right. Right. So it's not that you're doing it right or wrong. It's what each individual, whether that person is suiting them,
Right.
is catering to them. So I might do the best job.
Okay.
Per se. Technically, I might do the best job. But if you like the way the person is doing yours, you would like him. So it's not no right or wrong, really.
Okay.
Because some people get house haircuts.
Right.
They happy with their house haircut.
Exactly.
But, as long as that person is happy, I think
Okay.
that
That's all right.
what carries them on.
Carries them on. Now, you talked about 3 traits, a barber have, but I know, and these kind of fall in line with what you just said, but I know 3 traits that you have. You're probably David the encourager, David the listener,
Right.
and David the philosopher. Let's describe to us David the philosopher.
Okay, David philosopher. Well, really, you have to go to Dave. This is how I do.
Okay.
You have to go to Dave the listener first.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you have to be able to, when a person come in, like say clear mind. So many people coming in the shop, they got issues.
Right.
I'm talking about it's some real issues out there,
Yes, it is.
and they're laying them on the line to you. So you become to block everything else out, and you become that's Dave the listener.
Okay.
Now, so I'm putting my mind strictly on you,
Okay.
strictly on your problem. So it moves from the listener to Dave the philosopher.
Okay.
Now
All right.
Dave the philosopher, that I come in to tell you what I think.
All right.
Right or wrong.
Right or wrong.
Is what I think.
That's what you think.
And the philosopher, people look for you for answers. It's amazing how on a day-to-day basis that people will come in and they really want to know.
Right.
That's where the first question come in at about
Respectable profession.
Right. That's when the philosopher part come in at. Because from day one, it's always been, even back in the old days, that philosophy.
All right.
It was a shop full of philosophy. Everybody got one. So the philosopher takes time to view his own information
Right.
that he puts out.
Okay.
Then you go to the encourager.
Okay.
The encourager. So after I done gave you mine, now this may come after you come back and your stuff was messed up. So,
All right.
so it becomes Dave the encourager to encourage you to do better.
Okay.
Encourage
good.
you to look in a different direction. If that direction is not going the way you think it ought to go, then that Dave the encourager would actually encourage you try to move in a different direction. So
Okay.
that's how all 3 of them rolled up.
All 3 of them in one.
In
Because I know you have to be all of them, man.
All of them.
And you play a vital role in the community.
Right.
Just to be able to, because there's not too many places where you can have an individual
Exactly.
sit right there and have their undivided attention the whole time. 3 topics that you would say are discussed that you can mention on air. 3 topics that are discussed in the barbershop every week.
3 topics. First would be sports. Number 1. Somebody gonna talk about sports. Second would be far as politics.
Okay.
And the third would be life itself / relationship.
Okay.
So sports gonna be number 1. Everybody can participate in a sports conversation. Then I say, like I say, the one we deal with the most though is the life / relationship.
Life / relationship.
But that, you have to watch that one.
Yeah, you definitely have to watch that
Watch that
because I'm pretty sure that can be very
That
intense.
can be very intense. But one thing about the life is that we encouraging. I have a great barber with me, Lawrence Owens.
Lawrence Owens, okay.
We have, and we're both on the same page of encouraging people to deal with life.
Right.
Life has so much to offer. I done seen so much come through this barbershop. You learn from everyone.
Everyone.
A man teach you 2 things.
Okay.
What to do and what not to do. So you gather all this information and you sort of translate it to the people. because, like I say, life/relationship is something that everyone can relate to.
Right.
Something everyone deals with on a day-to-day basis.
That's good.
So you giving out that information. Some of it your personal. Some of it is from other people that you know. And you're trying to get this out.
Okay.
To them.
So can these discussions sometimes get out of hand?
Oh, very.
Because I know you have emotions and different backgrounds.
Very.
So if that happens, what do you do to diffuse the situation?
Well, the respect issue.
Okay.
The respect, because they respect me for who I am.
Okay, that's good.
They respect me for what I do. They respect the building as a whole. So it's not too. It don't get too out of hand. It don't get too out of hand. Just some little voices elevated. Sometimes people want you to get their point across.
Okay.
They want you to understand their point.
Right.
And also they listen at your point, and I guess they feel that you know what, maybe he's talking about me. No, it's not talking. It's just a opinion. Everyone is a group of opinions that everyone is expressing to try to make one come and go. And that's life.
It's life. Exactly.
And like I say, we didn't see so many people. I have just for say the last couple of years, life come in and life dying. Right. So it's really an eye opener that people take advantage of their life. Okay. And that's one thing I've seen just over the 20 years of people that's come in and they're bound by things and people and letting people hold them back. Right. And hold them down. Right. And not enjoying life. Not enjoying life and what life has to offer. Absolutely. And you'll find that you'll go your whole life working. You'll find your whole life of playing and not really accepting life for what it is, and what good of a thing it is. That's powerful. Now, David, one last question we have before we have to go. How does it make you feel to know that you are making people look good, that you making them look good and feel good? It's a great feeling. Okay. It's a great feeling. Like I said, that's the goal. That's my ultimate goal. When you come in there, no matter what, my whole goal is that you happy with the way you look. Good. That as long as you happy, a happy customer is a happy barber. That's good. So there's no intent on messing nobody up. Okay. Anything of that nature. You want everybody that comes to you to go out and say, hey man, who cut your hair? All right. Dave. That's true. Lawrence. One of them. And we happy. You happy. That's great, man. Because I get it all the time when people look at my edges. How do they do that? That's so straight. That's so It's so lined up, so good. But David, thank you so much for taking the time out to be a guest on the Kevin Dunn Show. We appreciate you spending your off day up here with us. Yes, sir. And great show, and wish you much success in the community as you impact and empower, especially young kids coming up. And remember, if there's a topic that you would like to see discussed on the Kevin Dunn Show, please email us at thekevindunnshow@wjcntv.com. We also like to thank our executive producer, Nick Spradlin, for making this show possible. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.